We did so many beneficial things that I can't wait to use in my classroom, so here are just a few. The first thing we did was use Designer or Canva. This was one of my favorite things that we ended up using. I've ended up using it in a lot of my other classes, and I think it is very beneficial. You can make covers for social media or posters for your classroom. For this project, we did it as like an introductory to a lesson we were going to be doing, and so I think it is just one of the greatest things you can use as a teacher in your classroom. Another way we learned to introduce a topic to your class was through iMovie and using the trailer. So for this, I made a trailer about Amelia Earhart to introduce it to my class. And I thought it was just a very fun and unique way to introduce a new lesson to your class, and so I will definitely be using that in my classroom as well. It surprised me how easy it was. I was kind of scared when she said we had to make an iMovie, that it was going to be a lot of work and really intense, but it was super easy and I really enjoyed making it. The next two things we did kind of go together. We used Adobe Spark Page and Adobe Spark Video, and I like them both as a way to present a lesson to your class. I think that it is just a very creative and different way other than just doing a PowerPoint or Keynote or something like that. And it was a lot of fun to make too, which is just so much easier for teachers to be motivated to make their lessons when it's actually fun to make. And it's just cute and interesting, and I could also see my students using it as well to recap a lesson that we've learned, or as a presentation project. I think it could be used in so many different ways. So the one I did about Pompeii was for Adobe Spark Pages. And then the water cycle is the one I used for Adobe Spark Video. And I like them both. They're a little different, and I think you could just choose whichever one is best for your lesson, but I like them both just equally. This was my absolute favorite assignment we did in EdTech. It was the note card confession, and I did mine over my little brother who has a genetic disorder, and I just think it is so inspirational and a great way for kids, and even anybody who makes them, to get their point across without having to talk. And I just loved it so much, and I was able to touch so many people in my community, and it was just so much fun for me to make, and I loved it, and I can definitely see myself using it in my classroom, maybe as like a recap for different lessons, or kind of a social emotional project as well, where kids want to just express themselves and express their feelings. Another thing we used is Edpuzzle, and it's a great assessment tool. It really made me think about how you could do assessments in different ways, and it doesn't always need to be a pencil paper assessment. And so I thought this was really cool. You just chose a video off of YouTube or another video platform, and you got to add your own questions into the video. So I just think it's a fun way to do an assessment. It keeps the students engaged, and they're also kind of learning along with the video, and it refreshes their minds, but then you still also get the concrete assessment, and you can record those scores that you need. So I thought this one was really cool. The final thing we did that I'm going to talk about is our Wakelet collections that we had to make, and honestly I was dreading this assignment. I thought it was going to be so long and so hard, but honestly it's probably going to be one of the things I use the most when I'm a teacher. It reminds me of Pinterest kind of, when you can like pin different links and stuff like that. But I think it'll be so beneficial when I find different resources or different blogs or just different things that I want to use in my classroom that like obviously aren't on Pinterest, and so then I can pin them here and I will have them and be able to go back and look on them. And there's been so many times already in my classes that I've needed something like this, but I didn't know it existed until this class. And so for dreading it so much, I am so excited to use this in my future classroom and just continue to use it through my time here at K-State as well. So I really, really like this one, and I cannot wait to use it. So I just wanted to give a couple final thoughts on my class and just this semester. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about this class coming in, and I was kind of scared because I knew it was going to be a lot of work. But I've learned so much through this class, more than I thought I would, and I've enjoyed more of the projects than I thought I would. I kind of came in thinking that I wasn't going to be using a lot of the stuff we learned, and honestly I'm probably going to be using every single app and every single website that we talked about. I'm just very thankful that we got this class and got to learn all the things and do all the things we did, and it definitely makes me think more of going outside the box and thinking of different ways to present information to my kids and assessing that information, and just different ways that are going to help me and make it easier, make my time as a teacher easier. And so I am really excited to be using this stuff not only in my future classroom, but like as my time here at K-State too, because I think I can use a lot of what I've learned for that. So it has been a very good class, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds.